is everyone tonight? I hope you are all doing good. I've had a somewhat productive day. Been working on some stuff for short videos for Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to share this out right now. So we can hopefully get a few people here. Okay, so we got that done. So I guess it's on with the show. This is it. No more rehearsing. We know we're part by part. Just making sure I have everything up that I need. Okay, so see ya, lotties and losses. Lads and losses. Will I be able to do this properly? That's the question, eh? Not sure. I don't know how to make a straight line look like it's going backwards. Well, at least from this perspective, I don't know how to do that. So. So, hopefully everybody is doing fine today. We had, I think, a fairly good stream earlier this afternoon. Okay. Zoom on my reference material. Okay, so this is actually starting to look pretty good here. Hey, Rebellious, how are you? What are you looking for?
Pinpoint. That's one. Where's the other one?
What?
Oh.
Still in your room.
Oh.
So how are you? Yeah, I think I said how are you tonight. My mother distracted me. Glitch Town. What do you mean by Glitch Town? Hey, town full of glitches. Hey, Marsupial, how are you? Nothing works today. Yeah, I've had those days. Days where nothing, just absolutely nothing wants to work. Alright, right? Nothing wants to work the way I wanted to or work right. I was supposed to do a merch vid today, but nope. Yeah, I've got to do a bunch of videos for my outros. But I did get a few working on some content for videos for Saturday and Sunday. Single short video for Saturday. And hopefully three short ones for Sunday. Also, I want to edit the back of my pencil pouch, but no. I have a Teespring shop if you want to check it out, Rossi. Cool. I'm not sure where to. I will give you a wrench long enough to put the link in. I also have a Teespring one. It should be in the description down below, too. Alright. There you go. Let's see. We'll open link. Okay, we will save that for now. And we'll check it out later. Hey Gothic, how are you? And I'm good. Oh, just please let me design the back of my pencil case. Oh, that's no problem. I'll check it out for sure. At the moment, I can't, don't got the money to buy anything. Hey Timothy, not much. Just trying to draw my character Speed tonight. He is a bad guy, a villain. Although he pretends to be a good guy. Although he did start out a good guy, a speedster. As you can almost tell by the name. And then he gets corrupted by crime boss. Hey Pope Raven, does Teespring ever glitch on you seemingly for no reason while designing something? Has it glitched on me? Yeah, not in the way that you're describing, but it has glitched on me. For me, it ends up more glitching when I go to look at some of my products for myself to order. Yeah, I have the feeling I'm going to be spending money on my own merch. Yeah, well, it's a good way to advertise. I've got one of my own shirts. I'd like to get more, but and my mom actually got a pair of pants too. So Yeah. What's a good price for pants? I'm not sure. For most everything, I just kept it at the price that it's putting at it. I'm not sure how much of I forget how much markup they put. Hey, Crossy, what's up? Hey, Bullet. I usually just put what they say, you know. But yeah, it's good to probably wear your own stuff just for show people that you have it. Just so you know, my nickname sticks. So get used to it, Crossy. Uh, it's not like stuff like that hasn't happened before. Um, I used to go by when I was like young, like 10, 12, just before I got into my 20s. I used to go by Ricky. I missed the style of a show of the long awkward silence. Um, but to say on that, like I said, but as I got older, I wanted to go by Rick. So I start introducing myself as Rick, and lo and behold, um, I introduce myself as Rick, and the girls have to cutify it and say Ricky. So then I got people calling me Ricky again. I used to go by Joey until I left my mom's house. Uh, you know you're not a marsupial, right? How many girls did you kill? How many girls did you kill that day, Ricky? I don't know. None. I mean, I don't know. I never killed any girls. Yeah, Rick Bullet will not be outdone. Timothy is shaking the illusion. Take his wrench away. Nope, he hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't done a de-wrenching offense. Shattering, Rick. What illusion? Shattering her. He's not respecting my mount. Let's see. Adverbs, helping verbs. But will Bullet get his wrench back? I don't know. Yeah, the adjectives are next. You respect my adjectives. Disrespect my adjectives next. Well, that was... I'm on my 4th week of work, and I just today I found out who my manager is. They're a little disorganized. Yeah. Crossy, what would you do if I gave you a wrench on my channel? Say thank you? When I'm over there, when you're on, if you needed me to put a link to something, I would probably do it. So your place of work is ran by people who don't know what they are doing? So this one is a lot longer than. And here I thought Starbucks was a tight ship. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just take over this marsupial. I'll be CEO in a month. A tight ship where they make shitty coffee. Bullet. The coffee can't be that bad, Timothy. They're making billions of dollars, or millions anyways. You might not like it, but some people do. It's too expensive, so I just don't drink it. Oh, rebellious. But I imagine my fan base is probably too gay for you on stream. Lots of pride flags and lots of pride flag profile pics. Hey? I can't say I've been to one of your live streams, so, you know. I don't know, if somebody is gay or whatever. Like I said, yeah, I believe it or wrong, but, you know, won't be I'll still be friends with somebody like that, you know. Like, it's just like still friends with, you know, if you know a crook or a thief or whatever, you're still friends with them, you know. Liars, politicians. Let's see. It's more likely I'm writing the software to run the robots but the baristas are out of a job. I'm a cell. And I know you probably told me what that means, but I forget. So, you know. And again, even that doesn't matter. You know, as long as you're good, as long as we can, you know, be respectful of each other. Rick is aces and my book says Marsupio Gamer. I think we have metal. Hey, Metal.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Yourself?
I'm doing.
Oh, that's good. Guess it's better than not doing? I don't know.
Rick, are you drawing another drug-related character?
No? Yeah, I think you're thinking that just because of the name Speed, right?
You should not be doing drugs.
No, this case character is named Speed, not because of the drug Speed, because he is fast.
Oh, I mean, doing speed will make you move pretty fast.
No, but he's not. It's not because of drugs. He moves fast. He is a hero villain hero. Not sure how you want to put it. He started out as a hero. He got his power somehow. I forget exactly how because I think I misplaced his bio, so I might have to rewrite it up. But I forget how he got his powers. But he got his powers. He started, being a hero, but because he was interfering with the local crime boss's operation, they ended up tracking down who he was, and they offered him a job. At first he says no, and then, something happens and he decides to say yes. So he ends up still pretending to be a hero, but he helps the crime boss out in whatever ways that he needs. And he operates in Montreal.
Why is Marsupial wanting me to explain Ace to you?
I don't know. Probably because...
Scroll up. He says your Ace is in his book. I see Rebel saying, I'm Ace. I need to know the context. Ace means a lot of different things. Polyamorous? Are we talking about in the romantic way? Are you talking about somebody who's asexual? Because they call themselves Ace. Or are you saying you like him a lot and you think he's cute, like he's the best? I mean, Ace can mean a lot of things.
True. Rebellious said asexual because he did say he's asexual earlier.
Oh, that means it's somebody who's just not interested in sex. I hate that term. Not because I don't think that's a real thing. I think there are plenty of people that have no interest in sex. It just doesn't work as a word. Asexual means you don't need sex to reproduce. It should be something more like sansexual or something like that.
So Jughead Jones.
Yeah, like that.
Just not interested in the opposite sex. In Jughead Jones' case, girls. Oh, he's not
Sex.
Pardon it?
I said, or even the same sex. They're just not
yeah.
sex.
Although Jughead has had girlfriends in the past.
Oh, well, that... if you want to be hip on the lingo, those aren't the same thing. You can be asexual and not aromantic. It just means you're not interested in the sexual part.
Yeah. But he's not, gaga over girls like, say, Archie or Reggie. Okay, I'll get to that foot in a bit.
I didn't say sand, but I do like the Star Wars reference there.
Rebellion says, I just happen to be both. Both what? Not into girls?
Romantic, as in not interested.
I'm very interested in the opposite sex. It's just, unfortunately, they don't seem to be very interested in me romantically.
Yeah, personally, I just don't like all these terms.
Yeah.
Because they're designed to be helpful, right? Kind of like finding support groups and stuff. But the problem is, most of them are never going to catch on. Some of them might, like Ace is kind of catching on, so that might be fine. But most of them will never catch on, and instead of actually alleviating confusion, all it does is make things more confusing, because then you have to go and explain it to people.
Yeah, because I certainly didn't know what it meant, and
Yeah. So if you're going to have to explain it to people anyway, why increase a second step?
I guess it's more for the people that you don't have to explain it to. And I know, man, and it probably bothered me. It's explained to me, and I'll probably end up forgetting. But then again, maybe relating it to Jughead Jones, I might not end up forgetting.
Well, and I understand where the terms come to be, too, because it's like forming a coalition. Because you have to think, the past, especially not even that far into the past, people are kind of just really mean to anybody who they don't see as normal. I think everybody can relate to that to some degree, especially people who like really nerdy stuff. Right? So you kind of want to find your coalition. But I don't think it's helpful in the long term, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think pretty much anything is just too short-sighted. Most people don't think about the long-term ramifications of anything that happens.
I know it's easier to say asexual or acel, but if you have to ask, it's just probably just either easier to say I'm not into girls or relationships or however you want to put it. To make it easier.
Yeah. Well, then it sucks because I know people personally that are in that situation, and if you grew up in like a really heavily hyper religious situation, right? Not like just regular practitioners, but people who get really into it and they're like encouraging that you got to get married and have children by this certain point in time. It's really hard on women specifically, right? Because nobody judges a guy who just isn't in a relationship. But if you're like a woman who's not in a relationship by like a certain time of your life, people get really judgmental on you.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, and if you've got a way of at least something that sounds scientific, almost none of this is. But everybody's got their form of pseudoscience. But if you got something that at least sounds scientific, it's a lot easier to convince people to stop bashing you for the way that, you really can't control how you're interested. In other words, it comes down to anything, right? It doesn't matter what the level of interest is. You can't control your level of interest in something. You can't start a hobby that you're not really interested in. You can't start a relationship with somebody you're not interested in.
Well,
it doesn't matter what the reason is.
You can, and no, most of the time it's not.
It's not going to work out very well.
Yeah, most of the time it's not, but sometimes it does. Actually, there's been people. Yeah. Sometimes how many guys get into something? They watch a TV show because their girlfriend's watching it, and just because they're watching it, they end up getting interested in it. I know it's not quite the same, but I had a friend. Well, you guys know him, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, he. I was watching. I got Reba, the TV series, on DVD at one point, and I was just binge watching it all the way through. And he's like, "Oh, I don't like that show," and then he got caught watching. He got watched a few seconds of one or a couple minutes of one while talking to me by trying to go out the door to leave, and then suddenly he's hooked on it.
Okay, I'm going to put a stipulation on this though, because that only applies to unknowns, right? But you have people who have tried things, So you have your known unknown. You think you may not be interested, but you really don't know because you don't actually know anything about the thing you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And then there's unknown unknowns, which you can't even know if you are or aren't interested in or even have an idea because you don't even know it exists. But with the known knowns, that's the thing you know about. you've had experience with it, and you know you're not interested. And when you get into the known knowns, and if you stick in it for longer than you should be, then sometimes you can bite into too much than you should, right? Like being in a relationship for way too long that you should have gotten out of years ago.
Rebellious says he's been bashed for being a cartoonist. I'm making sure everything's going well. Yeah. Just because Restream's saying we got 0 people in the chat yet. We've got quite a few people talking. So it's like, okay, that makes some sense. Okay, now if I can get this darn foot right. I actually don't think I did too bad for my mimicking job this week. Although I haven't put it's not quite exact, but here I'll show people what my source material is. Okay, well, you don't want to give me the one that I actually want of photos. Okay, cancel. Let's go with this again. Window merge. I like it when people actually chat in streams. It makes things more interesting. Yes, it does. The foot looks like he broke it. Yeah, this one. Down here. Hey, John.
Hello there, what's going on?
Not much.
And yourself?
Nothing at all. Nothing's going on with me at all.
Did you enjoy your deep dive?
Did enjoy my deep dive. Did you watch it?
In and out. I was busy, but I did have it on.
It must not have been good then. But I enjoyed it. I think we got him a couple of backers. I think 2 backers.
Oh, that's good.
You're dropping stuff. Damn it. All right. So what's been happening recently? I've been preparing all day for that stupid show, and well, not all day, but I've been kind of not paying attention to what's happening online. Anything good happening?
I like the format on it. I thought you were doing a good job.
The format? What do you mean the format?
Oh, just like, the way you were talking to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wanted to be like a. I'm trying to start to trust my own intuition. Is what I'm attempting to do. I don't want to forego formalities. But when I start to kind of not really care anymore about what's being said, I'll try to move the subject along.
Fair decision.
Okay, so I was trying to show my reference that I've been using tonight for drawing the Flash.
Sorry about that. I just walked out here and I'm already getting phone calls to go back in.
Lovely.
But I think a lot of people are like me. We don't have the attention span to kind of bluster on for more than a few seconds on one topic or one subject. I don't want to hear about it in depth. If you can't give it to me succinctly, I don't want to really, dive deep into it. Because there's a lot of things to talk about, not just one thing,
Yeah.
And if
I
you're-
think there's a fair number of people like that. It's such a mixed bag of audiences on the internet. But if you're that way, then you can be pretty sure that there's a big enough audience like you as well, and you should be able to attract that same audience.
That's what I don't need people that are. I don't need to attract people that I can't retain.
Yeah.
Is what I mean.
I'm not completely sure, Rebellious. I think you gotta delete the whole listing. I could be wrong though.
I don't know. I've never tried to delete a product on Teespring.
Who has a Teespring product?
Rebellious. He has a Teespring account. He put I gave him a wrench earlier long enough so he could put a link in the chat. So. Yeah, I listened. It was a pretty good interview. I liked it. And I put a link in the chat a few times, even before you asked.
Yeah, I saw that you were promoting your coloring book.
Yeah, I did that too. But I also put his link in first.
I'm getting attachments. You must start ordering this. I went to Stater Brothers a little while ago, and I got this brand of almond flour called Red Mill, and it's like $9, $7 to $9 on Amazon, and it's $12.99 at Stater Brothers, dude.
How to make a coloring book? No, I have a coloring book out on Indiegogo, Rebellious, with my characters in. And I was on Dillard's channel earlier when he was talking with a guy named Don Chin about his book X-Farce, which is a parody on X-Force and X-Men type stuff. So it sounds like a good deal where you have that place that you can get it, John. Instead of getting it online and waiting a couple days for it to get to you.
Yeah, you misheard me
Oh.
completely.
Yeah, he was implying the opposite.
Oh, okay. Oops.
This is why you're not good at interviews, Rick. Rick just pretends to listen.
I got distracted. What can I say?
Is it because of this like really awful leg?
Yeah. Even that, I don't like that, but that's better than trying to put it up like I was, like it is in the thing.
I don't think so. I think you should try to put it up.
Yeah, you just want to see me struggle for 30 hours on it.
You don't have to. All you have to do is like pull up a picture of him with his leg cocked up and then just copy it down.
But he has a picture. And he still can't do it.
Well,
That's what he's getting at.
use it as reference.
Well, I think although I got it semi-close, I did not get this picture exact as my reference, so
Is that his boot? No, what is that?
That? No, it's just a band around his leg.
What is the... Can you show the reference picture?
Yeah.
Because that looks like... you ever seen that Street Fighter video game? No, it wasn't Street Fighter. Maybe it was Tekken. That guy that does that capoeira breakdancing fighting?
Yeah, Eddie.
That's what it looks like. All right, so what you should do instead, because that's going to be too complicated, just do it with his front leg. You know, the leg that's on the right of the picture, or you know, his left leg. Just show just all thigh and have the bottom half of the leg cocking back on itself.
Well, by up, I was trying to get the boot up like it is in the picture there, but obviously I can't.
Yeah, this is actually an awkward picture.
Yeah.
Because I would think he's got to have 1 foot on the ground at least. You know, super speed running.
What you do is, because the foot is supposed to be getting bigger as it gets closer to the camera, you know, foreshortening.
Yeah.
And I know you have this thing where you want to have the whole body on the picture, but when you start where you do on the page, and the leg's getting bigger, you should just let it run off the page.
So you're thinking I should make this leg a little longer?
Yeah, I mean, it should be coming at you, so obviously the thigh is still slightly bigger because of the size of the thigh, but it should be getting bigger proportionately as it gets to the camera. Which is why his back foot is so small, because it's like the farthest thing.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Rebellious.
See you later, Rebellious.
Okay, later.
This picture doesn't work.
Yeah, there's some issues with it.
Oh, the flash one, you mean?
The reference picture, yeah. It's no good.
I always seem to pick those.
I actually need to go get a drink. I'll be back.
See you hear you when you get back. So what else is new with you, John?
Sit.
So you got anybody lined up for next week, or
No.
how often are you doing a deep dive, or do you know?
Whenever somebody wants to.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to be out there chasing people down, begging them to let me promote them. Yeah.
Well, I'm not begging anybody either. I just, yeah. You send maybe one, DM or whatever, and if they get back to you, fine. If they don't, fine. Their loss.
What is this? I thought you were. Oh, you're drawing one of your characters, but using the Flash as a base.
Yeah.
Uh,
You got a cold, John?
no, I got boogers. It's been very windy, so I got boogers.
Okay.
I got ginger ale.
It's better than boogers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Canada Dry for a Canadian stream.
Cool. Cool Amanda, dude. Yeah. Hey, Sketchbook, how are you? Sketchbook is here in the chat.
Sketchbook was harassing me on my interview. I couldn't even gather my thoughts because he kept writing horrible things to me.
Oh, how will you ever recover?
I mean, if I could, I would. I still haven't.
Did you harass him, Sketchbook?
He did. I'm telling you. What are you asking him for? I'm telling you.
I guess I'm asking if it was meant as harassment. Hello, Mrs. Dillard. How are you?
Well, it probably doesn't even matter whether it was meant as harassment or not. Yet they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Sure.
My wife is saying Don Chin will be going live.
So I take it, are you doing a live stream tonight after I'm done, or
Oh, probably right now.
probably right now?
Well, I don't know who he's going live with, but it's not with me. I like him. He's a really nice fellow.
Yeah. Seem really personable. Don Chin has his own live stream planned in a few minutes, John, on his channel. Sketchbook says, I try, John. I try. Remember, the Dillard life is really hard for a pimp.
I don't know. I'm not a pimp. I wouldn't know.
He says, so Metal, does that mean we're supposed to have bad intentions? No, it means you're supposed to try to look past your intentions and consider the results. And think like, hey, is the thing I'm going to do a bad thing? Even if I mean well.
And sometimes you can't even know that.
No, I do think there's an A for effort, but I think if you think about it that way, though, you'll make a lot of less errors in that way. But nobody can predict the future.
Mrs. Dillard's putting, they're both putting his link in my chat.
I should probably at least subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, I should probably do that too if I'm not already. Let's see. Do. Oh, you go use Restreambot to do it.
He has learned. Is this another one of those characters that have like a mask that just doesn't work?
What do you mean? It just covers basically his front of his face.
Oh, is he facing down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or his face is tilted a little downwards. I'm trying to put a lightning bolt across his the face of his mask. I'm just not sure how much lightning.
Well, you're probably going to want to make it fairly big and not just on his forehead, or else people are going to say he's a Harry Potter superhero.
No, it goes like from about here to like almost all the way down. Marsupial says, "Is Don Chin explicitly Comicsgate?" Or do you know, John?
What?
Is Don Chin explicitly Comicsgate? Asked Marsupial.
Oh, I don't know. For now, I guess he is, yeah. Who knows what may happen? He may throw in his league with the cherries.
Yeah, he only backs CG creators and Shabby.
Say what now?
Marsupial, he's asking because he only backs CG creators and Shabby.
Shabby.
When is Shabby going to release his art book that's just pages and pages of stairs? That's what I want to know.
For people to stare at.
Actually, you know what? He should just release his own colored book that's nothing but stairs that he drew.
The sketchbook says when he messes with someone, he cares very deeply about that person.
Hey, Gamertron! Gamertron says, so I guess you won't back me when I attempt a comic.
No, Marsupial will definitely not back Gamotron.
I think Marsupial would make an exception for any woman that's not crazy.
If there's one thing that Marsupial is not, it's a simp.
He even admits it to, but only because I'm a blatant, shameless simp.
Or is it just because she's Cult of Raven? There could be
you should always back Cult of Raven. I mean, historically speaking, Cult of Raven is more important than CG.
I mean, if you don't back the Cult of Raven, what am I even doing talking to you? You're obviously a bad person with doo-doo in your heart. Oh, God damn it.
Game of Thrones says, damn it, I fail. No, not the crazy front.
Oh, Bullet, that pony's dead. Somebody else probably found it and then chopped it up and ate it. I mean, what else do you do with a pony?
You give it to your little girl?
I mean, if little girls like eating ponies, sure.
No, they just like riding them or owning them.
The Marsupial says, I'm still waiting for that cat comic book. I'm going to back it as creepily as I possibly can.
He also says your pony's glue now.
Pony's glue? Nah, it's somebody's backyard. Getting enjoyment out of it, letting their kids ride it, taking pictures on it. Living their best life. Meanwhile, I'm over here stuck with the ugly pony.
Are you stuck with an ugly pony? Get yourself a beautiful pony.
Or a moose.
I don't know, ugly ponies make better stew. You feel less attached to them.
I feel that's not backed up by any sort of facts.
Wait, you think stew tastes better if you're more attached to them?
Yeah.
That could be a possibility. We should test this.
Gamertron says, I still have cultoraven.city domain that I drunk purchased last November.
See, is making someone money with little Mexican kids taking photos on it. No. All little Mexican kids around here have their own horses. It's a really pretty one too. So that's not something Mexicans really do and spend money on. It's more of a white people thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's something I never understood either. Like, why would you waste money on that?
There used to be over there in East LA, this guy that would come around, this guy and this lady, and for some reason everybody had the same picture in their house. It was like a little pony or a donkey, and you give them like $20. They'll dress your kid up in a little cowboy vest and hat. Looks kind of like the hat from Jesse would wear from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Red with white stitching on it, and you just take a picture on the horse, and then they give you the picture. And everybody in my family, everybody that I knew growing up, everybody had at least one of those pictures in their living room of one of their kids on that horse.
Oh, Bullet does bring up a good point. It tastes better because the salt in your tears add flavor to the meat.
I think that the tears would probably make the meat less hot, and it would taste not as good.
Depends how much you're bawling. You could be crying hot tears. Well, actually, don't tears just come out at body temperature anyway? Wouldn't they be like 98 degrees?
I don't think so at all.
I mean, that's not exactly hot. That's just lukewarm, but I don't think tears are cold.
Mine are. Matter of fact, I was out today at Stater Brothers a little while ago, and the wind was such. I was telling Rick earlier that I have boogers right now because of the wind.
Yeah.
It was whipping up in such a fury, my tears were coming out the side of my face, and they were cold on my cheeks.
Let's see. Sketchbook says, "Why I have photos of all my brothers and Tias and Primos on the pony. I demand it be burned." So my mom had the photo. And Timothy says, "This is the strangest conversation I've heard on Piper's stream ever. I mean, just ever." And Sketchbook says, "Rick, that bicep looks ginormous." Yeah, well, I probably didn't do the...
He's getting those injections.
I don't think there's a single picture of anyone in my close family riding like a horse or a pony as a kid. There was a picture of me propped up on a like adult's motorcycle as a kid. I think I was like 2.
I got a picture on an elephant.
Oh, now that's cool. I wish I had that. Elephants are awesome.
It was at the LA County Fair.
It's probably just also living in Texas. Like, horses are normal. An elephant, on the other hand, that's like novel.
Like the coronavirus.
Yeah, yeah.
Rick, stop drawing this awful drawing and just talk to me. God damn.
Well, I can talk and draw at the same time. What do you want?
Well, obviously you can't.
But if he doesn't finish the drawing, what is he going to color?
I could always finish coloring with David Finch.
Did you have like 10 more that you picked up too that you could just start?
Yeah.
God damn it. Gamotron says, "I saw an elephant in a field once. I have no idea how it got there."
That sounds potentially dangerous. I hope everyone ended up safe after that.
Why don't you just go and get a picture of the Flash? You know, type in Flash line art.
Yeah.
Find some coloring book picture of the Flash. And then save that to your computer. And then just add this guy's costume on top of it.
I've done that sort of stuff before. I'm trying to draw up my own stuff. Well, I know it's sort of trying to mimic, but still, it's a way of getting better.
What you should do then is you should try drawing based off of pictures of real people. There's plenty of just like pictures of men sprinting online that you could use for a speedster.
Yeah.
And a sketchbook just
Some of them pretty dynamic too.
Sketchbook just made my eyeballs go cross with his description right here. My brother told my cousin's ex-husband. Un elefante se balanceaba.
I've ridden a camel before. I don't have a picture though.
I've ridden an
Like of all
elephant.
things you could take a picture of, why not me on a camel?
I petted a camel once. It was fun.
Camels are cool when they're not spitting on you.
I rode an elephant once.
What was her name?
We have something around here called the African Lion Safari. And when I was younger, my dad took me. And
Is
they
it
had,
woke?
No. And my dad took me. This was like 80s. And
So not shaven.
he had I don't know how to word that.
now you have like trying to imagine a shaven elephant.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to word something. Don't take it out of context.
Oh, he's going to. Don't worry about that. Just say what you're gonna say.
Say what you need to say.
And they had it so you could pay for kids to
Rick, I don't think I can condone child prostitution.
to travel on an elephant for a minimum distance.
Game of Thrones. That's good stuff.
Oh, that's great. And from a distance, maybe an African bull elephant, you might be able to tell the difference, but would you even tell if an elephant was shaven or not? Their hair is just like so tiny and sparse.
Sketchbook says, Rick, what is up with this person's left hip joint? He needs an orthopedic surgeon.
The way he's turning or something, I don't know. I messed up.
Well, do a new drawing.
I'll finish this one first.
Why? If you mess up a drawing, just draw a new one.
Yeah, well, I've only got so much paper, John.
Are you drawing this on Bristol?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing a background then? Why are you... What?
Why not just draw it on, like, printer paper?
Because, although it's not the best, I would like to try and sell it at some point.
I draw most of my stuff on printer paper. If anybody wants to buy it, let me know.
Yeah, I draw my...
Pay a little extra, I'll run out to Michael's and get a frame
If
for it.
it's going to be like something I take a lot of time on, then I might bust out a piece of Bristol.
Well, I only usually do the Bristol for these ones, you know, like once a week when I'm doing this drawing. Anything.
Hello, Space Galleria. What's all this then?
Hey, Space.
What? Somebody just buys like a framed blank picture, piece of printer paper. That's the art piece. Printer paper does cut down the overhead. You know how cheap I can get like a stack of 500 sheets of printer paper?
Yeah, depending on what I'm doing, like stuff like this, I like to try that I'm trying to do a super good job. Although, since I'm nowhere near as good as John at drawing, I mess up a lot.
Yeah, like I did my my manga on sketchboard, but like normal stuff, I put it on printer paper. Especially because, like, you know, I don't consider myself a good artist. If I'm not happy with something and it's on printer paper, I could just ball it up, throw it away, and start over. And I don't feel like I wasted any money on it. In fact, I've probably thrown out most art I've ever made in my life. Because when you practice doing art, you throw a lot of it out. Sketchbook, if I ever live stream, I'm gonna frame an 11 by 8 printer paper and claim it's a metal piece. You can. You totally can. I will back you up on it.
Alright, I'm back. What happened?
Not much. Just Sketchbook's going to try and deceive everybody. He's going to do a live stream and frame 11 by 8 piece of printer paper and claim Metal did it.
Yeah, I was going to claim the framed blank piece of paper as a Metal original. I'll back him up.
I guess I'm not high enough to get that joke. Was there something that happened while I was gone?
Yeah, you're missing some context.
Oh, what the...
I only mess with you, Rick, because I care. And I know you are better artists than Tiller. Oh, hey, Tiller.
Yeah, GMT's got a good point. They do make great paper airplanes. If you're really getting frustrated on a piece, you just fold it up. The time it takes to fold into a paper airplane gave you a quick break. Throw it off into the trash can. Hopefully you hit it. If not, you can pick it up later and just start a new piece.
That's true. My wife called me and told me that Don Chin is very lonely over there, and that I should go into the chat and say hi.
I have it up in the other tab. I just have it muted. I'll give him an elbow cough.
Where's the link to that? It's way up here, right?
GMT wants to know if you did that turnaround of the buckler yet.
Oh shit! No, I didn't do that. Oh, Game Motron. What were you looking for? Just what he's supposed to look like, and then you wanted to run with it, or did you want like a specific pose? Here we go, live and in person. What are they talking about over there?
I don't know. I have it muted. Let me unmute. At the moment, I think it's campaign.
Are we having a silly goose time? Dang. It Tyler Videos, says Sketchbook.
I think we should all always be having a silly goose time. You notice the advantage of using pictures of actual people as opposed to like drawings of superheroes you find?
What?
Well, then you know that the body actually moves that way.
Yeah. I'll still mess it up in looking at it.
Yes, but at least you're starting from a good point, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'll actually work on that turnaround tonight.
Oh, just like a classic animation reference.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I should work on that right now.
Mm.
Yes, you are correct, Sketchbook. What that is in the front should definitely be bigger than the hand that's in the front because it would be further forward than the hand is.
Well, this leg seems short because I could probably put something like that right there. That's about as much as that leg that you would see. A little line like that, if at all.
Well, it's also like I was saying before, at the size that you drew him and how much the leg was coming forward in your reference, pretty much the front leg should kind of be going off the screen. But again, that's because of foreshortening and things get bigger the closer they get to the camera.
That's what she said.
You know it.
Yeah, but that seems... Even doing that with the pencils, that still seems off.
Well, that's also because that calf is still really small. You know, like, skinny-wise. The issue is that it's not foreshortened correctly, so trying to extend it at all is just gonna make it look off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, the calf is closer than the thigh. So the calf itself, he probably has big thighs, and so I'm not saying like it should be wider, but the way the foreshortening, it may even be as wide as his thigh is, and it should be longer because it's closer to the camera. Sketchbook asks, "Hey guys, do you start your foreshortening from the foreground to the background, or background of the image?"
I start from the
It
foreground.
depends. For me,
Yeah.
I start from the foreground just because I don't want to have to draw all the stuff in the background if everything's going to be getting covered.
yeah. Most of the time, I would do that too. It depends on what object I'm starting with. If it needs to connect to something specifically,
How come you haven't wished Bill Mouse a happy birthday, Rick?
I don't know who's Bill Mouse.
The artist on X Farce. They're celebrating his birthday on Don Chin's stream right now.
No.
You know, Don Chin has 1.85 thousand subscribers. You should probably go over there and shill your channel.
Well, if he's still on in...
Yeah, he's still on right now.
I was going to say in about 20 minutes.
Why? What's happening in 20 minutes?
Well, approximately, I'll be off air. I guess I could go snipe him. What was that joke? Tell it again, says Marsupio. Lazy Diller, I usually do too. Says, yeah. Sketchbook.
I mean, we're talking about final drawings, and always, yeah. If I'm sketching up the background layer, though, sometimes I start from the back, just so I can see how things will layer.
Crossy is the worst. Do it now. Now, says Timothy. Who's Bill Mott? Bunch of Philistines. Dillard is who Bill Moss.
That was already answered. Is he related to Deadmau5? I don't believe so.
I'm saying 100% very likely.
I don't think Deadmau5 has the word mouse in his actual name. Or theirs. Is Deadmau5 a single person? I think so. I know Daft Punk's the one that's two people, right?
Mm-hmm. I think Deadmau5 is one person.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, Deadmau5 doesn't actually have mouse in his name. And it's a 5. Instead of an S.
Yes, I know.
Sketchbook says, I usually sketch the image about 50% and then start rendering the foreground sometimes in order to get the background to fit in properly.
What do you think of people that say Arthur Adams instead of Art Adams?
I don't know. I'm kind of lazy. If somebody gives me a nickname like Art, I'll probably use it over Arthur. That's one less syllable I have to say. Do you think they're coming off as pretentious using the full name?
Yes.
But they're the same people that always say Jackson Kurtzberg.
This would just say that he's a big fan of crack.
Did your wife put in his live stream again? I don't know what it is, Mrs. Diller. When you put that link in, it's not going to his channel. For me.
Maybe you've been blocked.
No, when whoever put it in, the other person that put it in earlier. Eagle, I think.
Wow. So, folks, for $10, which is, I think, is a steal, you're getting a completely colored card of, famous DC characters like, you said Penguin and Poison Ivy, Huntress, that girl at the top. Okay. So, yeah, guys. So basically, it's $10 for any of the cards that you like.
Usually it shows. I mean, these cards usually go for $40 and $60, depending on the set. I did a set of Rick and Morty cards. Those we sold for $150 a piece. It just depends on the set. It depends on what it is, but they usually go for a bit more. I think $10 is a good way for hey, it's my birthday.
Bullet over there.
Gifts. That's right. So thank you, Bill, for doing this. Like I said, anybody in the chat. Hi, Cross Comics. How you doing, buddy? Anybody in the chat, if you didn't listen earlier, we're having kind of a live auction as our show goes on. Ooh. So if any card that you like that you see on the
You should
screen.
go on there and see if you can sell
It's
something.
just a $10 opening bid, and at the end of the night, if you're the high bidder, you'll basically communicate with Bill directly to pay him. He's asking $10 per card plus $5 shipping and handling per order. And then we've got the beautiful She pen and ink drawing that he did, and let me show you that. I won't make you move the cards, Bill. I have it on my screen here. So cool. This 11 by 17 artwork that Bill drew for we were trying to impress Billy Tucci and to try to have him let us use his character, and I think it worked. So we're gonna make an announcement.
He actually approved us live on the stream that you were on when you showed it to him.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was really fun when he did that. So I thought that was really cool that he gave us a stamp of approval. Being able to do the thing that we can't talk about just yet.
Yes, I have a special treat for our audience, Bill. And
so I'm over there. Is everybody happy?
It might be a little. Actually, I don't think you're going to be embarrassed because you actually had hair back in the day. I have a video that Billy Tucci shared this on a stream a couple of months ago, and I found it on YouTube. So I'm going to share
the newscast. Oh no!
I went over
the glory days of NTD Comics.
Don's channel,
and when the Bad Girl craze kind of hit our the 90s. So let me
and I also
let me see if I can find that.
I don't know why you're so high and mighty. I don't
video.
I'm not acting high and mighty. I'm asking a question.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the hairstyles and the fashion. All right.
That was a different man.
Here we go, guys. Enjoy it. Steve, Tanisha Robert Smith.
First news at 4. So what's everybody got planned tomorrow? Anything interesting?
The same thing I do every single Wednesday.
The vomitorium?
Yeah.
She Comics. She looks good. Trying to think of things to talk about. I saw the Godzilla vs. King Kong trailer. Looked pretty good. Anybody else see it since yesterday, I think it was?
Yeah, I saw it right before I did the vomitorium on Sunday.
And I know Dillard saw it last night when we were on. I remember to go watch that because I know Elric was asking about it. I think it was Elric. Timothy says to try and take over the world. Metal. Sketchbook says you don't need
brain.
You don't need to take over the world. Just the world just made its own rules. Gamatron says she has a hospital appointment with more scars, scans for some reason, not scars. Back into a giant electromagnet we go.
Yeah, GMT's been grieving over her arm. I was really sorry to hear that, too. Because that's like your predominant arm, right? So I remember saying she had to do like things with her, I think it was your left hand now?
Yeah. Become ambidextrous.
Yeah, like, I'm lucky I'm already ambidextrous, but I'd still be super pissed if I lost the ability to use either of my arms.
Yeah, same here.
Left-handedness is her new superpower. That's one way to look at it. Always look on the bright side of life.
Sketchbook says, "Dang it, Rick! You know read that right." Blah blah blah. Okay, metal don't need to take over the world. He just made his own to rule. Oh.
Little did you know, this actually is my world. I'm just biding my time.
Gamatron says, "Left-handedness is my new superpower." What is there to talk about? Anything
For the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Speaking of ruling worlds, I've started watching a show.
Yeah, what?
American Gods. I've been meaning to watch it for a while now. There's like 3 seasons of it already, and I'm just like, I'm ready to move on to something else in my list, so I might as well move to that one. It's pretty close to the top. And I've been enjoying it so far. It's a very interesting concept, as Neil Gaiman usually gives you.
Cool. Sketchbook says, "Rick, tell me about this super." Well, his name is Speed, as you can tell from the title of tonight. Gamertron says, "I'm already up to 40 words a minute while typing." Awesome. Anyways, he is a hero villain. I'm not sure how you want to say it. When he initially got his speed powers, he used them for good, became a hero, all that. But he ended up interfering with crime. The local crime boss is operations, costing the money. So the crime boss tracked him down and offered him a job. And at first he says no, flat out, and then afterwards he succumbs to the temptation of the wealth and all that. And he ends up working for the crime boss. Although, he still goes around rescuing people, but, if the crime boss needs something stolen, or, some other flunkies of the crime bosses need a help out in some way, Speed's there to do the bidding, to help them. So, there is a bit about Speed. He's first going to actually Snowdrift. He's going to be a villain that Snowdrift takes on, actually. And then he's going to be seen in the Flame for every so often, because he operates in the city of Montreal. Snowdrift is actually in town, and the Flame's out of town when his first appearance is made. If you have any other questions, I will try to answer them if I can.
What's his opinion on amphetamines?
That's drugs for what exactly? I forget.
Oh, it's a central nervous system drug that kind of sets you into haywire. They call it speed.
Well, I don't.
Basically emulates an adrenaline kick.
Well, I know he's probably not going to do drugs himself, but I've got a few motion lines here. Not well.
Does he exclusively speed date?
No. If he was playing poker, would he be speed dealing? He could. Scan it and work on it in Clip Studios. Oh yeah, I planned on scanning it tomorrow. I will actually be coloring it tomorrow night. Yes, Montreal, where there's comedy festival. Oh, he just deals the drugs. I get it. No, he doesn't even deal the drugs.
Is his favorite movie the 1994 film Speed, starring Keanu Reeves?
Maybe. Yeah, some Flash characters use drugs to gain access to the Speed Force. No, he doesn't deal the drugs, but if the crime boss actually has somebody that deals drugs and they need help, he will help them out in whatever the way that they need. If they need help getting out of a jam. Most people looking in don't realize that he actually works for the crime boss. Everybody thinks he's a good guy.
Does he suffer from convertible hair?
No. Insecto deals in drugs? No, Eagle. Insecto does not deal in drugs.
I mean, in a literal sense, Timothy.
Yeah, I guess she would, but not in the way most people would mean it. Damn it, I just realized that if I make a model of the buckler, I can't give him brushable hair, says Gabatron.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, you could. You can always make a head that you can pop on and off.
Oh, one with and without the cowl on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has his mask on though when his cowl is off. But yeah.
What's his hair like underneath there?
I got a picture. You want to see?
Yeah. I don't think I've seen it.
Sure. Let me go pull it up real quick.
Worshipper says, does the buckler have hair under the cowl? I think
We're going to
got
see
that
in just a second.
And Sketchbook says, GMT, that laugh out loud, that made me laugh so much.
I mean, what's a model doll action figure without brushable hair? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but will it be long enough to be brushable?
It depends how tiny your brush is.
There you go. There he is with hair.
Oh, that's actually pretty fitting.
This one also kind of shows his hair a little bit right here in this picture.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I've seen the bottom of this page. I had not seen the top before. Because I think when you were working on this, you started with the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. You've seen it there. Game of Thrones says, I have a plan! Metal, anything you would like to promote?
Yeah, sure. The same thing I said I was going to do tomorrow from earlier. Come over to the Vomitorium. We'll have a lot of fun. Depending on your definition of fun. I have a lot of fun. And that's all that matters to me. But you should come over. I think you'll have fun too. At, 6 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, you're moving it back an hour? Oh, no, that's the normal time. What am I thinking?
Yeah, it is. As I said, Central.
Yeah. Let's see. Timothy said, the buckler with his action comb. Marsupial says, there you go, GMT. It looks silky smooth. Sketchbook says, hey, Diller, I'd show my brother-in-law the buckler. First thing he said was he looks like a wrestler. Made me laugh. Timothy says, Metal just made a pun and did not even know it. Gamatron says, so John...
I do it so often, it's a reflex.
Gamatron says, John, so what kind of comb would the buckler have?
He would have a... am I sharing my screen right now? No, I'm not. I mean, he would basically have a pocket comb, a black,
Regular pocket comb?
What is it? It's like a two-tone grip. Not a two-tone grip. It has like a two variation of teeth.
Yeah.
Just a regular pocket comb.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not like one of those fancy
Kind of keeps
greasy
his hair a little
pop
bit like, like mechanic style greasy.
Anything you would like to promote, John?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. So thanks to John and Metal for coming on, and thanks to everybody in the chat for stopping by. It's been great having everybody here. So go over, check out Indiegogo for the Cross Comics coloring book, and hopefully we'll see you here tomorrow for high noon. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it might be for you.